Hello, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. It is Tuesday, October 28, 2025. I wanted to come here and speak about this thing that has happened yet again, where a truck has overturned and some monkeys have come out. Actually, I came here, I don't know how long ago it was that I told you about some monkey that had escaped a lab and some of them were missing, but there were so many of them. But this time around, it's a truck that um, apparently overturned and some monkeys got loose, right? A truck that was carrying monkeys and they got loose. So we have the situation once again. So I want to tell you exactly what happened before I continue. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's listening using Spotify. Don't forget to follow the podcast there. It really helps me as a creator and everybody who is listening using Apple Podcasts and Amazon Music. Thank you guys so much for listening. And of course, everybody who's watching the video right now on YouTube, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So with everything else that has been happening, I don't want to come here and give you like, you know, this repetitive, bad news, not bad news, but like, things that are just, that could become worse. I already kind of like gave you some talk about that yesterday. Today I'm going to speak about, you know, another serious situation, and it's just, kind of like to bring you an awareness, because if you live in the area, which I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, you need to be aware of this. It says here that monkeys that were being transported on Tuesday on a Mississippi highway escaped after the truck carrying them overturned. And all of them have been, all but one have since been killed, they say. Wow, I didn't know they killed, they died. The crash happened approximately 100 miles from the state capital of Jackson, Mississippi. It is not clear what caused the truck to overturn. Video show monkeys crawling through the tall grass on the side of I-59, just north of Heidelberg, Mississippi, with wooden crates labeled "Live Animal" crumpled and strewn about. It just, you know, the truck obviously overturned right in the highway, and then this happened, right? And it says here, Jasper County Sheriff's Department say the monkeys were from Tulane University and initially wrote in a post on Facebook that they are aggressive to humans and they require PPE to handle. So we know that PPE is the protective care that people use in labs. I think we saw a lot of that when we were going through the pandemic. So the monkeys are aggressive to humans, but apparently there's only one of them missing at this moment, right? I'm gonna tell you if there's an update regarding if they've actually found the missing monkey. But that's crazy, and that's a risk that they take when they transport these animals, because anything, right? Anything can happen. But um, I wonder why this race of monkeys that they were using, or they say they were from the university, what they were doing with them, why are they like this, why this kind is aggressive. I mean, I don't know much about monkeys and what they do, but from what I've seen on, on movies, sometimes they portray animals to be one thing that they're not. But even like people that go travel and they do these videos, right? And you can see they're interacting with monkeys overseas, and they seem kind of like friendly, and they always wanna do, you know, they always wanna interact with human in a very kind of like, friendly way. They're saying this kind is aggressive to humans, the ones that this happened to, you know, the one that's missing specifically. And it says here that it is not clear how many monkeys were originally in the truck. I mean, how can that not be clear? You're transporting animals. You're not gonna say 50 of them. I took 50 of them that that needed transportation, right? That they needed to be transported to a different unit. They loaded up the truck with 50 of them. How can they not know how many were, right? That's crazy. So it says here, it's not clear how many monkeys were originally in the truck or how many were killed. That's horrible. The sheriff department later said the driver of the truck relayed that the monkeys were dangerous and posed a threat to humans, and that it took appropriate actions after being given that information. Rheus monkeys, that's the type that they were carrying. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, Rheus or rhesus monkey, which typically weigh around 16 pounds, are among the medical study animals on the planet. They are the most medically studied animals in the planet. The escaped monkeys carry diseases but not infectious. That's kind of like, that's strange because they don't know how many they were. They don't know how many were killed, but we can confirm to everybody that they carry disease, but they're not contagious. Okay, that's interesting. So they were being housed at the Tulane University National Biomedical Research Center in New Orleans, Louisiana, which routinely provides primates to scientific research organizations. According to the university, the monkeys are provided to other research organizations to advance scientific discovery. A Tulane University spokesperson said to the news, the primates in question belong to another entity and are not infectious. We are actively collaborating with local authorities and will send a team of animal care experts to assist as needed. Mississippi Wildlife and Fisheries is also on site, according to the Sheriff Department. It is not clear who the monkeys belong to or where they were going. Are you serious? I'm sorry to be like laughing about it, but like, how can they have the truck driver who's just randomly driving around monkeys, and now they got one of them, the truck got overturned. Some of them were killed, they don't know how many, and one of them is loose. How do they know it's only one of them that got loose if they don't even know how many were in the truck? That is just crazy. And then now they're saying it's unclear where they were going or who they belong to. They have close crop hair on their heads, which accentuates their very expressive faces. Rhesus macaques were imported to the U.S. in the 1970s for biomedical research in laboratories, according to the New England Primate Conservancy. Rheus macaques are bold, extremely curious, and adventurous monkeys. I just want to say to everybody in the area to just be careful. The species is highly adaptable to coexisting alongside humans, they're saying, but a couple lines up, I did read when they say that they're dangerous to humans or something like this, right? I just told you that they are. I'm trying to read exactly the line that it says. They are aggressive to humans. I remember they are aggressive to humans, but then they speak about this specific guy, and they're saying, oh no, they're actually very adaptable and coexisting alongside humans. The sheriff department initially said that the monkeys were carrying diseases, so many other things that I'm not going to read here, but now they're saying they're not infectious. In November last year, that's what I'm telling you guys about, that 43 monkeys escaped a facility in South Carolina. That's the other video that I make about monkeys escaping last year, actually November, almost a year ago, November. 43 of them escaped. So those were all eventually safely captured. So let me see if there's an update about this case in Mississippi. See, every article is saying aggressive monkeys that escape after the truck overturned. So, wow. And this happened on Interstate 59 near mile marker 117 north of Heidelberg. And they weigh around 40 pounds each, and they are aggressive to humans. So in case you didn't know, I'm sure probably, you see like a lot of activity in that area. Or maybe you have family there. This is what's going on. I mean, that's that's crazy. It's also interesting that they don't have that much information, like how many exactly were they are, who owns them, the monkeys, who owns the monkey, and where they were going. Like that to me is just, it's very questionable. But that is the situation. If there is an update about, the rescuing, the final, the one that, like I said, you can see the one that escaped. I'll definitely come here and tell you guys on my next episode. But it says here that the monkeys, there's one monkey they're saying specifically that's missing, still missing, and he weighs 16 pounds and is aggressive to humans. So hopefully, it doesn't hurt anybody in that area, that nobody gets hurt, and that they're able to rescue the last monkey safely. Let me know, guys, what you think about this, and if you're in the area and you have any updates about this, please leave a comment. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good day. God bless.